Hey there guys, with the announcement of patch 7.2 now official, we can start looking at a few things that we need to prepare for. And the key things that were announced in patch 7.2 were obviously the class mounts, but more importantly, flying in the Broken Isles. Now essentially, to obtain flying in the Broken Isles, similar to Warlords of Draenor, we need to complete an achievement. This achievement in Legion is Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 2. As you can see on my little achievements tab, just before I actually zoned, was Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1. Now I haven't actually completed this yet, and actually the only thing I've got left to do is one tiny thing in Broken Isles Explorer, and more specifically, one tiny thing in Explore High Mountain, which is the True Shot Lodge. So I'm going to go do that while sort of just giving this overview of what we can expect and what we can sort of assume at this point, because we don't know all the ins and outs of all the achievements that need to be done. We know that one of the requirements for Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 2 is in fact Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1. We can take some basic assumptions of what we required for the Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1 though. So with the Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1, we needed 4 things. We needed, I've lost my link already. We needed Loremaster of Legion, which was essentially just to complete all the quest chains for all the zones, which was pretty straightforward. So I can only assume that there's going to be additional quests added to Legion, and we will need to complete those quest chains. Another of the requirements for the Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1, I've lost it again. I need to have like a quick link for this or something, is the Broken Isles Diplomat. Now the Broken Isles Diplomat was the requirement to obtain Revered with all the factions of the Broken Isles. So I think it's probably safe to say that we can go ahead and assume that we might need Exalted with all the factions. This isn't guaranteed though, but in a little bit of preparation, why not? Let's just probably get there. Now obviously that this may require some follow-up videos, because this is only announcement stages. This isn't even PTR yet. This isn't sort of even alpha release yet. This is just what they've mentioned at BlizzCon. Another few little things that we need to look at are the variety is the spice of life and a glorious campaign. A glorious campaign is to complete your class hall campaign. Now it doesn't mention a heroic campaign, which is just you completing the campaign for 3 specific classes, which I can somehow imagine isn't going to be one of the requirements, but I imagine that is going to be another class hall requirement here, which is probably going to be the chain to obtain your class mount. So that's probably going to be one of the requirements. Again, this could be just completely a complete assumption on what it's going to be. Another one that we can look at is lost it again. God damn it, Legion. There we go. The variety is the spice of life. Complete 100 different world quests. Now I can only again assume that that is going to be increased for another. Potentially 200 world quests, so they possibly may introduce additional world quests. I know some of the quests, some of the achievements that they have mentioned is Explore the Broken Shore, which is clearly just going to be explore this part of the Broken Isles, aka the Broken Shore. Defender of the Broken Isles, again that's not clear to what that is. That could be the achievement for the Exalted. There is Breaching the Tomb, which I've kind of assumed that is going to be a quest chain, and Legion Fall Commander. Now, if I am right, I've heard some speculation of a new faction being brought in, which is going to be in the Broken Shore. So I think that may be required for Revered or Exalted with those. I could again be mistaken. This is only hearsay, so with hearsay you never know what's right. So this is going to require a follow-up quest. But for now, what you actually want to try and complete is one thing that we 100% know for sure. You are going to need to do the I've lost it again for the 3rd time. the Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1. So you need to complete all the quest chains in all the 5 zones. You're going to need to complete your Class Hall mission. You're going to have to become revered with all the 5 factions, and you're going to have to do 100 different world quests, as well as explore the Broken Isles. So that is one thing we know for 100% for sure, that will be required. Everything else is kind of speculative at this point, but I have got a strong feeling the Exalted with all the factions will be one of the requirements. Again, I could be mistaken, but I think it's probably better to be safe than sorry with this. With that being said, I think I'm going to leave it there for now, because I don't want to sort of like feed too much information, especially at this early stage, because all this could be subjective to change, and more than likely will. We know how unpredictable Blizzard can be with changes, so I'm going to stop here, and I will be doing a follow-up video, especially when we have some more announcements, and also when the PTR is available. Either way, I hope you found this information useful, and I'll catch you later.